Well, they shouldn't be banning any books. That's silly.
Yeah, they should
You
ban
love
some
banning books. You're like the book banning guy on the show.
I am?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a downer of a book.
I mean, I like downers of books. I like to go on a dark little journey. That's why I sent you that
Blood Meridian.
Blood Meridian.
It's not a downer. It's exciting so
You
far.
haven't finished it then.
I haven't finished it. It's still fun. There, the kid is, he found another gang to be a member of. Maybe he'll make a friend. I don't think he's going to make friends. But the judge, he's entertaining. He's so much more, especially the way it's written. He is so much more articulate than every other character by orders of magnitude. Like it's like you're reading. It's like when he speaks, you're reading a different language almost than how everyone else speaks, and he's so clearly in control. Yeah.
When you read it with the idea that the judge is Satan himself, like not the embodiment, like he is Lucifer on earth. And so, of course, he's incredibly articulate. He's well read. He's funny. He's talented at anything and everything he'll ever do. He can play the fiddle. He can dance a jig. He can tell you a story. He can quote Shakespeare. And he's impervious to damage. He's clear. I mean, he's 7 foot tall albino hairless giant in the middle of the West. Why hasn't he gotten sunburned yet? They don't even mention it.
No. Yeah. And being 7 foot tall in like 1840 or whatever, that's 8'2" today.
That's David and Goliath type stuff. Yeah, for sure. No, it's a good dark book. That Blender Baby book is my next read. I ordered it a couple days ago. I've been watching those YouTube videos that like break down demonology books and like canceled books too. Books that you're not supposed to read or whatever. Some of it's just fucking propaganda and nonsense, but sometimes it's a fun, dark, like there's that Stephen King book that's about school shootings, that was written way before. Yeah, you're not supposed to. I think it's called Rage.
Interesting.
I've never heard of it.
There's a banned Stephen King book.
Search Stephen King school shooting book. I think it's called Rage, but
you're right. It is.
Okay. Yeah, it was written well before Columbine and all that. I believe.
77. Yeah, you're right.
So when you when you read it with a contemporary mindset and viewpoint, you're like, whoa, this is dangerous stuff. This isn't good. Let's not encourage them.
Well, they shouldn't be banning any books. That's silly.
Yeah, they should
you love banning books. You're like the book banning guy on the show.
I am?
Yeah.
How so?
Nazi?
I feel like we've had this debate like half a dozen times, and it's always like, understand the books that are in the schools.
Yeah. I think there's definitely a difference between making something unavailable for purchase and forcing kids through.
I see. Yeah, there is
forcing kids through curriculum to read a blowjob book, some ghoulish, pervert nonsense. So yeah, I don't think that's conflicting at all.
Should that be required reading or not?
I think it's pretty gross. I don't think you should be teaching kids that.
Okay, you're going to deal with the toothy population if that's what you want.
Well, I'll have to sleep in the bed that I've made of a bunch of kids not being taught how to have safe anal sex at 9.
If we were killing it in reading and mathematics or something, if we were the envy of Far East Asia, if they how can we learn math like American? If that was happening, then I'd be like, hey, slip in some fucking rim job books. These kids have earned it. But that ain't going down like that.
That could be the incentive.
I feel like pull back the filth and anything that's sort of like maybe even suggestive of any kind of a lifestyle. The Bible too. The Bible don't belong in the school. We don't have time for that. That's Sunday. You got Sunday and Wednesday night for that. Okay, this is where we get you to the point where you can read it above a 6th grade level. I know it's no one wants to do it. It's hard to read at a 7th grade level, but by the way, I remember that I was reading at a fucking 6th grade level when I was fucking 4 years old or some shit. That 6th grade level is so low.
It's so low.
That means they can handle 4-letter words all the time and an occasional 5-letter word, basically.
Yeah. What is 6th grade level? Like the boxcar children? Like that level of thing?
Yes. That I think so. Yeah, I think it would be a boxcar.
It was harder than that. Like I thought 8th grade level was New York Times.
I don't know. Failing New York Times.
But you're right. Yeah, they need to drop a lot of classes.
Oh, it says 10 to 12 for the New York Times.
Yeah, that's they just need to. If they can't do math or even actually, we may even have to back off some math until kids can fucking read. Reading is so important. And like what you sent me something that was like just baffling amounts of kids cannot read English and adults, like because these kids grow up.
You know what?
My favorite story. It must be 10 years old and it's Taylor's, who had trouble following Game of Thrones because he listened to an audiobook on shuffle. He's like, man, this is really tough to see what's happening.
That was brutal. It was like my freshman or sophomore year of college, and I was doing an internship, and on lunch I would go get food and then sit in my car. And I just remember, like, because it doesn't go chapter 6.
Mm-hmm.
It just says Arya, because it's going to be an Arya perspective one. And I remember just listening and being like, I'm an idiot. I can't track this story
and they
at
don't
all.
Lead into one another. So you would never know.
Yeah. It's like mini anthologies that build into a story. And so I listened to most of either the first or second book on shuffle and the whole thing. And it wasn't until I heard something where like, okay, Arya is now talking about something that happened 3 days ago during lunch. So this can't possibly be the right thing. I can't believe I did that. That was embarrassing.
Did you get the discs?
No. I had it on my phone at the time.
I got the fucking
This is probably 2011.
And they were, for years, they were rattling around in my car. just random Game of Thrones episode discs. Probably the shittiest thing I've ever done to somebody is when people would get in my car, I wouldn't play the radio. I'm like, you follow Game of Thrones? Well, this is book 3, chapter 47, so buckle up. you would have to listen to it.
If you have any questions, ask.
I probably shouldn't tell this story, but like when Hope was like 17, we would drive her to high school. And it's a drive. It's like 40 minutes because we moved to Raleigh, but we didn't change high schools. It's a thing. Nice of you. And, for us, it's a lot of driving. It's 40 minutes each way, twice a day. It's a big, big thing. And I'm wanting to buy Hope a car, but she's not emotionally ready to be a driver yet. So it wasn't that I was set out to make her life less pleasant. It was that it just wasn't my top priority.
You're not going to inconvenience me. You've already inconvenienced me enough. You're not taking this away from me. This
right. So I would listen to like Game of Thrones, and there's the audiobook guy going like, "Oh, Hope is just hating it," and it's like, "I'll get your car any day. Just say the word, you get a car." And
I would, if I was a friend at school, I wouldn't be hearing any of that. You won't believe the situation I'm in. I have to listen to Game of Thrones for 40 minutes on the drive here. Oh, that sounds great with your dad. Oh, you can probably talk about it later on. Yeah. And it's either that or he'll buy me a new car. Oh, to be you. Must stop.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, that was a good way to probably coax her in the right direction of like, perhaps we start driving. 17, a little late. Yeah. Maybe a car.
Yeah. No, I loved those things. It's so crazy how into that I was and how almost against it I am now. I saw some statistic the other day. It was how many books Stephen King has written in the time that Martin has been in the process of writing Winds of Winter. It might have been 19 books or something crazy. I don't remember the exact number, but it was something that's like, whoa, really? And he also, he does tons of other stuff too. And anytime I see a statement from Martin, it's bullshit. It's not it should be apologetic. It should be like, I'm so sorry. I've had health issues. I don't like to talk about it because but I've actually been, I don't know how much time I have left. I'm giving all I have to you though. Like, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear that he's on numbered days and he's giving everyone to these books, but he'll be like, people want me to write Winds of Winter, and that's all they care about, but it's not all I care about. It's like, what? The fuck did you just say? You fat cocksucker.
This is your whole legacy. This is your thing.
I'm sure he's working right now on the Elden Ring movie. I bet he's some sort of contributor on that. But which, by the way, like is going to be a legitimate. It's not going to be one of those like bad video game movies from the early 2000s. They're making a good movie out of Elden Ring. I don't know much about Elden Ring lore, but I'll be watching that movie.